Alright, so this is going to be a little different. I usually don't make videos like this, but I thought this was an interesting update they were going to be adding to the game, and I was excited when I first heard about the changes they were making to farming. I thought it was coming at the end of November, but apparently it's coming next week, and I want to just talk about it real quick. If you don't want to watch this video, I understand. This is just a quick little brief thing. It's just off the top of my head, and let's just check it out. Alright, so from November 7th, visitors to the Caridian Desert will be greeted with an unusual sight, a small encampment of druids who appear to be investigating a garden. It seems since the defeat of the Elder Gods, Gielinor has been healing. The Garden of Karid has sprouted overnight, and druids' politics probably, and sidekicks need your help to find out why. You'll travel Gielinor, cultivating plants wherever you go, and investigating other reports of suspiciously lush plant life. You'll be handsomely rewarded for your efforts, so come on, get digging. Interesting. New skilling content. There's plenty of work to be done in the garden, and you'll need to utilize 3 skills to benefit from everything it has to offer. Politics and sidekicks want intrepid adventurers to travel the world planting herbs and checking their progress. They'll reward your hard work with a new sort of currency that can be used to buy stuff in Politics' reward shop, but hold on, couldn't you do this sort of thing faster? Introducing Plant Power, a farming upgrade that will allow you to plant multiple seeds in the same patch, with diminishing returns of course. This is revolutionary news for any herb lore aficionados out there because you'll be able to get your hands on more herbs than ever before. It's good news for the rest of you too. You'll cut through seeds, clogging up your bank space in no time. Thieving. These druids hold untold knowledge, but unfortunately they're not particularly streetwise. That makes them the perfect target for any enterprising thieves looking to score some cool new items. Around the Garden of Karid, you'll find 2 new thieving targets, the Cruxical Druid and the Cruxical Warrior. To pick their pockets, you'll need thieving levels 42 and 83 respectively, but it's well worth putting in the effort. Apart from the competitive XP rates on offer, this is the only way to obtain catalytic and elemental anima stones. What on Gielinor are those? Glad you asked. Rune crafting. The Cruxical have harnessed the power of anima, and now so can you. Elemental and catalytic anima stones are new consumable items which, when carried, will increase the number of runes you can obtain from each rune essence by 2. I assume that's just an additive boost, not multiplicative. The elemental anima stone increases the rune multiplier for air, water, earth, and fire runes. I read that wrong. The catalytic anima stone does the same for mind, body, chaos, death, blood, nature, cosmic, law, soul, astral, and armado runes. Right now, pickpocketing Cruxical members in the Garden of Karid is the only way to obtain these useful items. But don't worry, we plan to add them to other loot tables in the future. Rewards. The druids will grant you a special currency for planting herbs across Gielinor. When harvesting an herb patch, you'll receive currency in line with the number of seeds planted and the required level to plant them. The higher the level, the more seeds you plant, the more currency you'll get. Speak to Politics and she'll let you know the herb of the day, which will net you even more currency when successfully harvested. You can spend your currency on a variety of goodies in Politics' reward shop. With various levels of plant power, you can plant up to 10 herb seeds in one patch for increased yield at a cost of 25,000. Speedy growth skips the first growth stage of herb patches for 25,000. Bountiful Harvest grants increased harvest from grapevines, bushes, cacti, and fruit trees, 50% chance to gain +1 yield from each harvest action. Farmer's Outfit gives you a random unknown piece of the Farmer's Outfit, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people already have the full outfit, so that's good for people who are new accounts, I suppose. These next 2 seem very useful. Quick Sense. Reduce the number of ticks per craft for incense sticks by 50% per incense, making them be a bit faster. That's nice. Everlasting Incense. Incense stick effects are no longer removed upon death. Now that's really useful, especially since they're going to be changing death costs in the, I want to say near future, but it might be months from now. It would be very annoying to die and lose a bunch of your buffs. Sure, it wouldn't cost anything, but dying would still make you lose buffs. Nobody wants that. We have a title we can get, whatever. Buckets all the way down. Buckets are no longer required to take compost from a compost bin. Now that's just convenient. Consumable rewards. Patch bombs, which we can only get right now from Cabbage Face Punch Bonanza. This gives us another way of getting them. We can also get growth potions for various costs, and a sand seed, which is rather cheap. It teleports you to the garden. Convenient little item. So now here's something interesting. Plant Power lets you plant multiple seeds in one farming patch with diminishing returns. You'll receive more produce for your time, but less produce per seed. Now they said the growth time for herbs would be reduced from 80 minutes to 60 minutes. So if you plant 10 seeds with Ultra Compost, you are guaranteed to get 18 herbs. What I wonder though is, can you only get 18 herbs, or is it a minimum of 18 herbs? Is there no RNG involved at all? on the one hand, that's nice because now you don't have to worry about not getting enough herbs, but on the other hand, it kind of, you lose out on a bit of that, like, you know, oh, I did a farming run and I got 100 herbs, this is crazy. We'll have to wait and see. Quality of life changes. Patch disease. Good news, everyone! Diseased farming patches will no longer die. Previously, you needed a pretty well thought out strategy to do a proper farming run, and this wasn't necessarily clear to new players. The basic strategy for most people is to have the relic that makes it so your patches don't die. Would-be farmers had to either accept that a sizable portion of their crops would die, pay to protect their patches, which you can't do with herbs, or manually monitor them every few minutes. This system punished players for logging out and put plant cures into this weird space where they were very rarely used. So we fixed it by removing death from farming completely. Changes. Disease farming patches will now remain in the diseased state until the player cures them. The farmer's catalyst fragment now cures diseased patches when worn, and grants shadow-infused herbs whenever you cure a patch with it. The miraculous treatment has been reworked and is now a liquid patch bomb, which works the same as regular patch bombs but is craftable with the invention skill. Whoa, that is neat. That is neat. I wonder how expensive that is gonna be to create. I wonder if the blueprint for making them is gonna be the same, if it's going to be the same components required to make it, or if they're gonna change up some of the things a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. Compost bins. Previously, compost bins were a bit of a pain. You had to manage every bin individually to store a pretty minuscule amount of compost. On top of that, there was always the chance that you could ruin higher tier composts, wasting your time. We've made the following changes to fix this. Compost bins now access a single compost mound, which holds up to 1,000 of each processed compost type and up to 1,000 of each unprocessed type. The bins process 3 compost every 5 minutes. Oh, so it's like an invention machine. All compost bins have been graphically updated. Okay. The super compost potion now converts 15 compost, starting with unprocessed compost, to processed super compost. The compost mound familiar now places 15 compost into your compost bin with a 10% chance to get super compost. Cast the special on any bin to use it. That might be the meta for getting super compost on an Iron Man, just casting that over and over again. Although at the same time, you just put pineapples in and then you get whatever. The player-owned Farm Bowl perk now offers a 1 in 5 or 1 in 3 chance to prevent half of the compost being processed from being consumed. This chance rounds down. Nightshade Patch. The Nightshade Patch currently grants only 1 piece of produce per run, making it a bit pointless. Yep, as we're sure you've noticed, it also sometimes uses the term Belladonna, which is inconsistent. The Belladonna Patch has been renamed the Nightshade Patch. Belladonna seeds are now Cave Nightshade seeds. The patch has been updated to work in a similar manner to herb patches, granting a minimum of 3 produce and working with compost and other buffs. That is fantastic for making weapon poisons. Awesome. Thieving changes. The former Sticky Fingers relic power is now a baseline feature. What? Allowing players to automatically pickpocket victims with a single click. Oh wow. The new Sticky Fingers relic power will speed up the rate at which you automatically pickpocket by 50%. Oh my god. How's this gonna affect elves? Will it still be 5 minutes of pickpocketing elves, but you just get the loot 50% faster? So you get more loot? Oh, that's... ooh. The Master Camo outfit no longer offers auto pickpocket, but retains the increased chance of success and stun avoidance. I guess the Master Camo outfit isn't as good anymore, but it's still something you want. I never really used the auto pickpocket on it anyway. The Desert Phoenix no longer requires you to have completed the hard desert area achievements to automatically pick feathers. Okay. Loot table changes. All bosses dropping grimy herbs will now drop seeds of the same type of herb in reduced amounts. Abyssal Lords, Fire Lords, and Nature's Grove creatures have had their herb drops reduced. You can still get herbs the normal way from Slayer creatures, but at a reduced rate. It always seems strange to me that the meta for getting things like Lantadimes was killing Hellweir. We have ways of growing herbs, we should be able to just grow them. What's also nice is that this means the Seedicide will pick up stuff, and you can hold on to it, and you don't have to worry about noted herbs not being picked up by the herbicide. I think these changes could be very good. I'm excited to see how it works out, and it's coming November 7th. Looks like fun. And it looks like we're getting another herb patch based on this image, right behind what looks like the tree south of the Archaeology Guild. So it looks to me it's going to be right around here. The tree face is right there, the Archaeology Guild is right here. So we'll have something right here, probably an herb patch right there. We could teleport here with some of the plant produce power currency. This could be a useful spot. There's not much here. This is actually, I think, a very good spot for the garden to be. Yeah. although it is getting kind of cluttered around here. This is starting to turn into North of Falador. North of Falador has Invention Guild, Virago somewhere, Dwarven Mine, Heists or whatever is somewhere around here. Well, it looks like this will be neat. I'm excited to see how it's going to be. I wonder what comp requirements are going to be added. I wonder if any are going to be added. I wonder how fast we'll be able to get points. All these things they probably explained in the live stream today that I didn't watch. We'll talk about it when I make a video about it. Thanks for watching. Also, in case you missed it, I will be streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon EST over on Twitch.